Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Amanda. The channel name is Alba Stitcher. You can also see me on Instagram as Alba Stitcher as well. Hello, I hope you're all well. Welcome to people who are returning, and if you're new here, I hope you like what you see. This is a channel mostly, if not exclusively, about cross stitch, the projects that I'm working on, any finishes that I may have, and any haul that I've purchased in the last couple of weeks. I think today will be quite a short video. I did have quite a productive first couple of days after my last video, but I don't know what's happened. My stitching has kind of, well, I'll explain a little in the video further on. So yeah, hello, I hope everyone's doing okay. A little bit of update on lockdown life. Yesterday, which was Friday the 2nd of April, Scotland officially moved from the kind of tight lockdown that we were in to something that is a little bit more relaxed, but to be honest, not really relaxed. So no longer should we stay at home, we can now stay local. So we're not supposed to travel all around the country, but we can kind of go further afield. But nothing is open, so all non-essential shops remain closed. The good news is that hairdressers will open this week, and I have an appointment, so some of this will be going. So that's good news for me. There's a few other things that are opening. I think they mentioned garden centres. And as far as I'm aware, we can still only purchase food and beverages solely for takeaway, and we can't go inside the place. It needs to be from the door. None of that will change until the end of April, so it'll kind of just a little bit staying the same until the end of April, and then hopefully then we'll see a little bit more of things relaxing, which will be good. So I hope wherever you are, you're safe and you're well, and your lockdown life, whatever it is something that you're coping with. So yeah, that's really it. I don't really have any other kind of update. I'm still working from home. Well, that'll always be that because I'm no longer in the Netherlands, so I can only work from home for this company. So yeah, that's the situation. I'm doing okay. My parents are fine. We're waiting for our second vaccinations. They should be over the next few weeks at some point. So yeah. So anyway, let's talk about the stitching. I have two finishes. I have one which was a new start, so you won't have seen at all. I also have one new start, and I went back and started on one of my old projects, one of my old Pips projects in progress. I have a little story around that which I'll talk about. So yeah, that's the what I've got to show you. So let's start with the finishes. I think the first one that I finished, or I have to show you, is this one here, and this is Kathy Barrick, and this is Bird Study. This is on a Seraphim fabric. I think it's bee's knees. I stitched it using the DMC conversion included in the chart. I kind of love stitching this one. I got a little bit burnt out on it at one point. I think I had got so far and I still had a couple of eggs to do, and I was just like, oh, I don't want to do any more eggs. But I kind of buckled down and I got it finished. So there you go. You will have noticed that I left off the little hashtags with the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4. I did start stitching them and then I had to frog. Frogging over one is a nightmare, but yeah, it's all finished, so I'm really pleased. My plan for it, I'm not sure, probably will be to frame it, but yeah, you know, finishing and me, we are a love-hate relationship. So yeah, this is Kathy Barrick, A Study of Birds, and it's now done. Now, the other finish I had was a new start. And I meant to bring the chart to show people. But now I'm thinking maybe I did show you it. I'm not sure. Maybe I did. Anyway, this is Heartstring Samplery. And this was called Folk Bouquet. That's what it's called. And this is stitched on a 32 count Dr. Smith's Tonic by Sparklies. So I'll go in a little bit closer for you. The threads that I used are all the called for threads. This was actually a delight to stitch. I loved it. I started and then just kind of stuck with it. I did think, oh, that vase, that'll really drive me, but no, it was fine. No problem at all. I love a bit of a penny border. Love doing that. And that's that finished. Now, the chart is a 2-pack in the chart. There's this one, and then there's one that's a kind of farmyard chart. I'm not sure I'll stitch the second one, but that one is a great stitch. Thoroughly enjoyed it. I love the colours. I love the jewel tone colours. So yeah, that was my second finish in the last 2 weeks. So it's Heartstring Samplery, and it's called Folk Bouquet, and it's with the all called for threads. And the plan will be to turn that into a little pillow, because I don't have a dough bowl, but I have a kind of stand that I'm going to use. And as you all know, I don't live in my own house, so nothing is out, but I can still get everything finished and ready for when I do move back into my house. So yeah, that was my second finish, and I love the colours. What did I work on? Let me tell you about my new start. So my new start is this one here. Bear with me while I just get it all out and organised. Okay, so my new start is another Heartstrings that I don't know, kind of on a kick just now for Heartstring Samplery, and it's this one here. And I think you've seen quite a few people stitch this one up. So it's called Next Door. I got this one, I think, at the start of the year. I've had it a couple of weeks, I think. Sorry, a couple of months, I think. And this is my start on it. And this is another Seraphim fabric. And I'm using all the call for threads, and I will show you them, because when you see them randomly together, you're like, oh, I can't imagine that'll all look good. But yeah, when you put them together, they look good. So yeah, I don't know which fabric this is. I'll have a quick look in my project bag to see if I have the information. But that's it's a 32 count Seraphim, and I just want to give everyone a really close look at my needle minder, because believe me, I'm sending plenty of good vibes to everyone out there. Okay, so that's as far as I've gotten with that one. I think, though, I'm enjoying it so much, I will probably stick with it. And here are the threads, and I don't know if all the other people who have stitched on it, because I've seen a few people on Instagram who have stitched it. But this is the call for colour palette, and you know, when you see it, you're like, what? How will that be? But yeah, when you're stitching them up, they really go well together. And on the bird, so I'm just about to do another part, and it's the bird that I'm doing, and it's going to be in this orange. So that's the next colour, is this orange colour. But yeah, it's a nice, enjoyable stitch. I like the sentiment behind it as well. So yeah, I'm looking forward to continuing with that, and hopefully I'll have that finished. Yeah, in the next few weeks, hopefully. So that left me with, I felt I wanted to, even though I had 2 finishes, I didn't want to have 2 new starts. So I wanted to have a little look to maybe go back to some of my projects that I've got half started. Maybe work on something. Not sure if I would finish it, but maybe work on it. So this was, and this is a little bit about me. So yeah, some people might find this a bit boring, so you can skip forward 30 seconds. But when I went to the storage box, which most of my stitching stuff is still in storage, except for the pieces that I've taken out to work on, and my fabric and my threads that I need. So I went to the storage, and I kind of pulled out all the projects, and I wanted to I actually wanted to stitch on the blue flower, my Halloween piece I have from them. But here is the thing, the bit of a dilemma I had. This was a project that I started back when I lived in the Netherlands, when I was with my husband, and all of those projects all had associated memories, and I didn't want to relive any of that. So I kind of thought, well, I don't really want another start. I really want to try and work on these projects, because to be honest, I love all my projects. There's no project that I have that I'm like, oh, I'm not sure. Everything I want to stitch on, I just don't have enough time. So I pulled it out, and I kind of organised it to start stitching, but it didn't happen. And I'm hoping, because I've only been here just over 3 months, so I'm hoping with time I will get to reconnect with these projects, and they won't have the kind of emotional attachment that I appear to still have with them. So yeah, I didn't stitch anything that had been from my kind of previous stitching past. However, it's not that I don't start new projects, and luckily for me, I pulled out something that I started in January this year while I was in the UK, and it's this project here, and I'm so glad that I pulled it out, because I've absolutely loved stitching on it. Wait till I just clean this up a little bit so that you can actually see it. The project that I'm talking about is this one here. It's Satsuma Street. Who's there? So this was the project that I pulled out to continue working on. Now, I will not stay working on this till it finishes, but I'm thinking I'll maybe stay with it for a little while, because I really liked working on it. The thing that I think I enjoyed the most was the fabric. This is XU Design fabric, and the colours. I really do like colour when I'm stitching. So yeah, here you go. This is my progress, and I think there's just a little bit under my Q snap there. But basically, I had done the first owl, and I'd done some of the trunk and the branches, and I just carried on. If you look here, I just carried on. I did more of this, more of the trunk, and yeah, I kind of loved it. This is a bit washed out. It's probably more, yeah, maybe that's a bit more like the fabric, but this is great fabric. Love the colour, so easy to stitch on. Thoroughly enjoyed it. And my little needle minder, owl needle minder, that's from Caterpillar Cross Stitch, I think, because I actually have one of her Hello Pumpkin projects that's partly done as well. Okay, so that was the other project that I worked on in the last kind of 2 weeks. The threads for this one is all DMC. I have them here, which I can show you. But this is it's all DMC threads, and that's the whole big ring of them all. So yeah, I see myself with a lot of colour at the moment. Must be how I'm feeling. But yeah, I want colour. I don't want anything else. So yeah. And that's the stitching that I've done in the last 2 weeks. So if you're only really interested in stitching, that's all I have. I do have quite a bit of haul. I've got some expo haul, and I've got some plans to discuss as well. The first thing is, then let's talk about haul. So my expo haul, there was lots that I liked about expo, and I don't actually have all the haul or all the pre-orders that I've done. But I did get 3 of the blue flower new releases, which I think are adorable. So let me start. The first one that I got was Tudor Swan. This one is not so big. It's 111 by 115. Again, I love the colours in it. Janine, in my opinion, is a fabulous designer. Fabulous colour choices, and I always like her aesthetic as well. The second release that I got was this one called Tudor Bee, and this one is 100 by 83, so none of these are particularly large, and again, great colour choices. And the final one that I got from the Blue Flower was called Gentle Rain. Don't know if you can really see that one. Yeah, that's better. And this one is 205 by 162. I'll probably do all three of these in the call for colours, and I will probably start gathering the threads that I need. So yeah, that was part of my Expo haul, those three, all fabulous. Another one that I got from Expo was this one here, and this is by Heartstring Samplery. This is called Grounding Force. It's 137 by 191, and I'm not sure I will do it on the dark fabric. I'll say that. I'm not sure I'm going to do that, but I'm sure all the colours will show up on a lighter neutral. But yeah, I just really like that one as well. I love the border on it. I think it's super cute. And I think that was all. Yeah, that's all the Expo haul I have. I have something from Teresa Kogut that I'm waiting for. And I got a feeling there's something else, maybe from Silver Creek Samplings, I think, because I do like a little saying or two. So yeah, I'm still waiting for them. But to be honest, I have a lot of stitching stuff. So I'll tell you a little story about the next bit of haul. So the next bit of haul I got is a piece of fabric. Now, I think this was because of Sharon, Shaz Bruce, on Instagram. She had mentioned to me about Peakside Needleworks having some Mountain Air fabric. Now, I had bought some Mountain Air fabric. I bought the Egyptian desert, something like that, it was lovely. I've not used it yet, but she and I had conversations about Murky, and she said, well, if you look and try and get it's called Woodland Halloween, that's kind of like Murky. So you don't need to tell me twice to go and click and add to carts. So away I went, and here it is. So first of all, Sharon, thank you very much for giving me some guidance. And this is this piece of fabric. This is 32 count, and it's called Woodland Halloween. And actually, she's pretty spot on. It's very like Murky. So while Murky is very elusive and we can't find it, at least I have an alternative that I can use. So the story with the fabric, which you might find funny. I was searching for the fabric, just in general, searching for fabric, not this piece. I found this piece, and my mum said, what are you doing? What are you looking for on your phone? I said, well, I'm looking for fabric. And she said, what is it with you? It's like the lockdown with toilet paper. You're like hoarding fabric. I said, look, you can never have enough fabric because you never know what next project you're going to need a piece of fabric for. So yeah, she likened my stash to those that hoard toilet paper during the lockdown. But yes, I'm super happy with my piece of Woodland Halloween. The other piece of haul that I got, which is not necessarily from Expo, but yeah, is newly released, is this one here. And this is again Heartstring Samplery, and it's Springtime Pin Drum, and it's 178 by 62. I just loved it. Now, anybody who's followed me either on Instagram or here will know I'm not a finisher. I can just about do a pillow. I admire everyone who does finishing. I have much respect for you, but it takes me so long. And I know the more that I do, the quicker I will get. But it just takes me so long that yeah, I'm using a finishing service at the moment. So then I felt comfortable that if I bought this one and if I stitched it, then someone else can finish it. That's it there. But what's delightful about this one is this colour palette. I'm certainly singing spring at the moment. I have no idea why, but these are the threads for this pin drum. And again, they're absolutely fabulous colours. Actually, they're turning out a bit, they're not quite that way. Let me see if maybe I put the board. It'll be better, because those colours are not really how they look in real life. Maybe this is better so you can see. And I had to kind of hunt a little bit for the colours. I didn't get them all in one shop. I had to kind of shop around different places, but there they are. So for this project here, and I'll probably use a fairly light fabric, maybe even the Dr. Smith's tonic, because I have a piece left. I don't know if it's going to be enough, but yeah, they might look good on that one. So the only other piece of haul that I purchased in the last 2 weeks is a Lowry stand. So if anybody who's been watching me on Instagram or follows me on Instagram will see that I purchased a Lowry stand. I had mentioned it, I think, a few times. And what happened was I received a voucher for one of the companies offering me 20% off. And then I ordered it. So I have now my Lowry stand. I have used it. I don't have the corner clamp. Somebody recommended that I should get a corner clamp to use with the Q-snap. Yeah, everywhere I looked, I couldn't find a corner clamp. But it's been fine with this side clamp and the Q-snap. I've had no problems. And at the moment, I haven't bought the extension bar for your sofa. I'll do that once I have bought my new sofa for my house. But yeah, I'm using it. I'm thoroughly enjoying it. It does take a little bit of time to get used to using it two-handed for two-handed stitching. But yeah, I'm quite pleased with it. It's been a good investment, and yeah, that was good. So that's all my haul. And I didn't use my little card, more stash enhancements. So let's talk about plans. The first thing is, and I don't know what I did with it, is to carry on. Is to carry on with the Blackbird Design Stocking Sal. It's time to do April, and I did choose the stocking that I want to do for April, but I somehow have now misplaced it. But I'm going to do the one that's sweet pea, the sweet pea for April. It's really nice, so that's the stocking that I plan to do for April. If you want to join in, I'm doing it with Shelley. Hi Shelley, KeyXStitch on Instagram and on Flosstube. She also does videos, and our hashtags are hashtag BBD Stocking Sal, so Blackbird Design Stocking Sal, and hashtag next BBD Sal, so next Blackbird Design Sal. And that's purely because, as Shelley says, we're always doing something for Blackbird Design, so that's the hashtag that she chose. So I'm definitely going to be working on that. I will continue with my Next Door by Heartstring Samplery. I like that one, and I'll probably carry on with the Who's There for a while. Now I'm saying that all now, but I'm a bit, I can get easily distracted, and I do have quite a pile of things that are already kitted up that are, yeah, kind of calling my name every now and then. So do not be surprised if the next time we meet and we're talking that, yeah, I've maybe started something else new. I did want to just say to everyone who commented on my last video about my Maynia plans, I will be doing Maynia, and it will definitely be the 4 Blackbird Designs Christmas samplers. The hashtag that I will be using is hashtag BBD Christmas Maynia. So Blackbird Design Christmas Mania, that's going to be the hashtag. There was quite a few people who commented to say they're not going to do all 4, but they're going to do at least 1. And that for me is really good, because it's so nice to be stitching with other people. I don't have any stitchy friends locally. And even if I did, there's no way we would be able to meet up. So if people are able to join in through social media, that for me is fantastic. So definitely, if you want to do just one of the samplers from Blackbird Design Christmas, the range, the 4 that they've done, that would be great if you joined in with Maynia. So I think that's all I have to say. As I said, I didn't think it was going to be a particularly long video this time. Yeah, that's really it. All I wanted to say is, though, if you are celebrating Easter, because tomorrow is Easter Sunday, so if you celebrate Easter, then I hope you have a lovely Easter with your family if you can. And if you don't celebrate, but you're lucky enough to get an extra day off on Monday, then I hope you enjoy your long weekend. I want to thank everyone for watching, subscribing, liking, commenting. People who have sent me emails, also fabulous. My email address is included in the description box below, so you can drop me an email if you want. I just want to thank everyone for their support. It's very strange when you do a video. It is strange because you're not really sure how people will take it. But I need to say that I really feel that people are very kind and generous and very warm. Comments are always very positive, which is lovely. So I hope you all stay safe. I hope you have a great stitching couple of weeks, and I will see you soon. So take care. Bye-bye.